Hello, Laura here. This video is going to be a guide and review to Nerstrand Big Woods State Park. Most of my videos in this series are tailored more towards families with young kids, as I'm a parent of young kids, and finding great places to explore and hike with them. However, I still think you can find some useful information if you're just looking to explore a new place, even if you don't have any kids. So stick around. A friend and I recently took our kids to Nerstrand Big Woods State Park, and it reminded me how much I love this park. Now, Nerstrand Big Woods certainly has some sentimental value for me. It's the first place we took our family of 4 on a hiking trip after our second son was born. I also have bittersweet memories of hiking here with our dog Izzy, who is unfortunately no longer with us. But even if you don't have any sentimental attachment to the park, the proximity to the Twin Cities, as well as the bucolic waterfall, make this an excellent day trip. The first highlight of the park is the waterfall, located just a half-mile from the main parking lot. The trail skirts the picnic area and playground before heading north. Directly behind the playground is this intersection and sign, which is not super helpful as it kind of points directly into the woods. But don't be confused, just keep going straight or due north. The trail is easy and doable with young kids, but does have a number of sets of stairs, so not the best for strollers or wheelchairs. As you get even closer to the falls, the creek is going to start to flank you on the left, and then the trail will spit you out basically on top of the waterfall. And the waterfall is beautiful. And what's really fun about these falls is that the water is generally moving slow enough that you can walk right out to the crest of the waterfall or play below it. My kids have so much fun splashing in the creek as well as playing in the waterfall itself. But unfortunately, this time the E. coli levels were high enough that it meant the water was a no-go, which was a big bummer. But we still found plenty to do. Clearly, my kids had plenty of fun playing near the waterfall and exploring the woods, but they also had a great time playing at the playground, which is our next highlight. Now, I don't usually go to state parks for their playground, but Nerstrand's playground is actually really cool. It's made out of more wooden and rustic materials, and there's limited plastic. Additionally, it's right next to the parking lot, so it's a great place to expel that last bit of energy before hopping in the car and calling it a day. We chose to play, then picnic, and then head home, and it meant we had happy, tuckered out kids on the drive home. So if I've inspired you to check out Nerstrand Big Woods for yourself, here's everything you'll need to know before you go. Nerstrand Big Woods is located just an hour south of the Twin Cities. The park entrance is off of 29, and the waterfall and playground are easily accessible from the main parking lot. Getting to the park, you're going to need to have a state park pass, as it is a part of Minnesota's state park program. In order to purchase one, normally you can get one at the visitor center on your way in. However, during COVID times, visitor centers have significantly reduced hours, so it's not the best option. They generally recommend that you buy them online. If you need to buy in person, you can buy at REI stores, the ones in Bloomington, Maple Grove, and Roseville. The park pass is going to run you about $35 for the annual pass, or $7 for a day trip. So bathrooms and drinking water, both are located in the picnic area right off of the main parking lot. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, they're both currently closed, but there's still some other options. There is a bank of porta potties directly behind the visitor center, and for drinking water, there is a spigot attached to the visitor center itself. So hazards of the park. Honestly, I think Nerstrand is actually a pretty safe place to play. Obviously, as we talked about earlier, sometimes E. coli levels get too high to allow kids to play in the water. You can check for an alert on the visitor section of the Nerstrand website, which I'll put a link to here, to check before you go if the water is safe or not. Additionally, the trail to the waterfall basically spits you out at the top of the falls, which is a 10-foot drop. So just know that if you have a kid that's running ahead of you and gets to the falls first, there is that drop that they should be careful of. And I think that's really it. But of course, use your common sense and good judgment when exploring a new place. ADA or accessibility. Unfortunately, this isn't probably the best park for you if you need a stroller or a wheelchair. There are quite a bit of steps down to the waterfall, making this trail not the easiest to access. And I think that basically covers it. If you go to the description below, I will put links to maps and anything else you might need to know. I hope you make it out to Nerstrand Big Woods, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. If you go, let me know in the comments below what your favorite part was, or if you feel like I missed anything or left anything out. If you found this review helpful, please consider liking this video or leaving me a comment below. Thanks so much, and I'll see you around.